Good morning, Neil here, author of Better Show, with my series Who's Who in Santa Cruz with my good friend, Mr. Matthew Swinnerton. Question number one, Matthew, your favorite Marianne's flavor?
Oh man, I should have thought this one out.
You should be right there.
I know that. I watch it. Okay. You know what it is? I feel like it's kind of unfair because I don't know for one. I just know that like every other week I take my kids and wife to go to Marianne's ice cream. Yeah.
And what flavor do you get?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't really eat ice cream that much, but I know they come with like 3 different scoops, and it's always quite hard to get in for parking, and I find the parking, and then they run in.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they accept credit cards now because before it was only cash. But I just don't eat ice cream too much.
This has been an ad for Marianne's ice cream.
No, but I'm saying that they love it. It's just I don't eat ice cream that much.
Oh man.
Yeah, but anyway, my 3 kids and my wife, they get it all the time.
So we were talking earlier about you got fired at Comcast.
We're going to go right there, straight from the beginning. I thought that was between you and me.
But you know what? You love stories about hearing people get fired, right?
Yeah.
And you got fired for selling too much.
Yeah. No, so I'm not a big salesy kind of guy.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I was working in Carmel. I was selling like their, enterprise business class internet and other services. I sold to the U.S. Open, and I sold like a humongous amount of like internet connections, and Comcast, their whole deal.
Oversold.
Yeah, oversold. Yeah. I made it's a long story of that, but I couldn't even get paid because I sold too much. Again, I'm not a great salesman. I just found the right vein.
What?
I sold it. Oh, what?
No, go ahead.
So anyway, I sold it, and then it took me like 6 months to connect them all and make sure everything was okay. And then Comcast was very concerned about you had a certain amount of ratio. You have to sell their TV service. You have to sell their phone and the internet. And if you don't have the wrong ratios, you're
fired.
You get fired. Yeah.
Right.
But I was like, okay.
You want a trip to the Bahamas? Did you go?
No, I didn't. I was like a week away from going. I'm in the President's Club, top 16 in the country.
You got your shorts on.
Yeah. I had my plane ticket, everything. And then they bring me into this room. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this is awkward. And then like HR person comes.
Fired.
I'm like, yeah. And they said, okay, so just let you know, we're gonna let you go. I'm like, what? I had no idea. Like, it totally shocked me.
Did that start Event Santa Cruz?
You know what? Actually, what happened was yes and no. So right after that, I did a couple other things, but I started working for Cruz.io Internet. Yeah. And I was like, I want to work for the local one. Right, there's a couple other stories because I actually went back to Comcast before and then quit. But anyway, so I worked for them, and it's like I just met people, and we did like an event. We did a tech event called Tech Raising. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I love doing these events. I'm throwing a party. Right. It's just so fun, and I love entrepreneurism. I love how being people that are creative and interesting, and they create something out of nothing. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I want to make an event with that. Yeah. And so that's what I did. It was 11 years ago. We did our first sold out. We did a monthly episode. People thought a monthly event. Yeah. It was a speaker series. Definitely not like what it is, like what you and I do now, but it started off as an entrepreneur speaker series.
And then so that's what Event Santa Cruz is to this day. Is it still the same? Is it monthly series?
No, not at all. So I found it almost to be more effective to help local businesses is throw a party around them. Yeah. And so we started doing these block parties, and so we'll have thousands of people at a party and 20 different vendors, and I feel like I can have more impact on those businesses by just bringing people straight to them. Yeah. And so we do that. We do our social media. We do the Nexties Awards show.
Yeah, let's talk about the Nexties because that's a big deal here in town. People look forward to that to the night. People get dressed up, right?
It's a very un-Santa Cruz thing and very Santa Cruz thing because when you dress up in Santa Cruz, never. So it's like Santa Cruz dressy.
Halloween maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But people wear sequins dress.
Formal dress.
Formal, but then you always have the guy with the suit and the flip flops. Yeah. And basically we showcase the doers in our community and who's the new up and coming And we've been doing it for 11 years now,
Right.
I think, as well.
So it's for up and coming. It's for up and coming talent, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily talent that's been around forever.
No,
You're
yeah.
trying to focus on up and
It
coming
was
talent.
their year. They could be 8 years old or 80 years old,
Right,
whatever.
right,
but
right.
if they're doing something exciting this year, this was their year.
Right. So if you have someone like that, how do people get a hold of you? What's the best way to do
So go to eventsantacruz.com. How the honorees get honored is by nominations from the community.
Right.
So every year we have almost over 3,000 nominations that come through, and then we have a committee of past winners that pick who they think was deserving from the nominees.
That's
so
cool.
eventsantacruz.com.
Right.
What's very different about this this award show is it's not on the number of votes. You can't, get every single one of your friends to vote for there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more on the quality of the people. It's really genuine. It's
Yeah.
not. You can't
Yeah.
game the system, I guess.
Yeah. And let's talk about Midtown. Midtown, of course, you and I do together.
Yep.
You do 98% of it.
But people come for the bands.
We were.
What year is it?
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun doing that.
Yes. No. Okay. So.
Hang on.
Okay. Live Oak has one of the nicest looking fire trucks.
I know, it's pretty cool.
That is
That's
really
shiny.
cool. Yeah, I know. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
So this is our 4th year, I think. Is it?
I think the 4th year, yeah.
I can't believe it's 4 years. I feel like we just started.
No, I think it's 4 years.
Yeah, no, we have it down to a T. Bands, food trucks,
Yeah.
all your best friends come, artists, vendors.
Plus one more thing.
What?
You about around 4:30 was totally freaking out.
Okay,
Neil,
yeah. So
Neil,
this,
do you think people are going to come?
so every single one. Yeah.
Neil, what do you think? Think people are going to show up? I go, Matthew, do not worry. They'll be here.
We've done over 100 of them.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's been almost over or very close to 100.
Right.
And you think after 11 years of me doing events, 4 years of this, I would okay, people are coming.
Yeah.
They come every single time, but I always feel like, is this the time they don't come? And so Neil always helps me out.
Do you have a favorite event or show or something that you've put together that you've been part of or you've arranged, organized? You have a favorite one-time event?
Oh man, well, it's kind of the two things you said. Overall, I love Midtown Fridays because it's the community that comes together.
Yeah.
I mean, to have people dancing, have little kids dancing, and your grandma dancing, and everybody come together, and the whole community dancing, and having a good time. It's there's something special about that moment. I mean, there's been certain highlights, having thousands of people watching the Expendables, and how I was in the front row taking pictures.
We thought about, how many people think are going to show up, Matthew? I don't know. You said 500, I think maybe. I go, I don't think it's going to be 1,000. Well, I figured last night it was at least 4,000 people.
Yeah, it's amazing how you can get 4,000 people in that parking lot.
Well, they weren't because they were spilled out onto Soco Avenue.
Yeah, but that was amazing.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Last year, our finale when we had the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Just having we had that beach ball, which I know it's not a big deal, but it's just amazing to see this huge 12-foot beach ball that adults were playing they were 5 years old with the beach ball of the band.
Yeah.
That was fun. I think just every I always tell you, I was I think that was the best one.
Yeah, you do,
After it's over.
Yeah.
First,
that was the best.
4:30, I'm nobody's coming.
Yeah.
10:30,
Yeah.
I'm that was one of the best ones we've ever had. And I say that every time. So,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So that one, and I think the Nexties too, just in general.
Yeah.
Just to show attention to the amazing people in our community and give them a platform for what they do. I see their excitement, and that's kind of why I do what I do. It's fun. It's I get to throw a party and listen to people's cool stories and get to see what people are doing in our community. So it's fun.
Look forward to this year's Midtown's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. We got May 31st. I think is the first one.
When's the Nexties?
Next May 17th. So May 17th, nominations are open right now. Go to eventsantacruz.com.
Right.
You can nominate who you think. There's 20 different categories, Musician of the Year, Band of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year, Nonprofit of the Year. It's a bunch of different stuff.
That was Matthew Swinnerton. He's my friend. He's a great father, great friend, and he's great at what he does. And so,
You're making me blush.
I know. If he's throwing a party, Matthew throws a party, it's going to be good. Thanks for listening. Next up is, I don't know. But join us tonight on the
Thanks,
Ultimate
guys.
Media Show. Ward Coffee tonight on the Ultimate Media Show. And tomorrow night, Guy Kawasaki.
Nice.
Thanks, Matthew.